Unique Travels TV, and I think this will be the last video that I make today, or at least right now. And this one is going to be about black hair. If you're a black person and you have dreads, or you're a male and your hair is short, you know, you need a haircut, or you have an afro, or if you're a black girl and you have an undercut in the back, or natural hair, or whatever you may have, what can you do in China? Well, it's some of the black, like they have a group called Black Women in Shenzhen group on WeChat, and they talk about places that they've gone to get their hair done and good places to go. You can even buy weave on Taobao, the website I told you about earlier. That's like Amazon. They have weave there, so you could buy hair braiding weave or crochet weave or whatever kind of weave that people buy and get your hair done like that. You might know someone who can braid. If you're not in a place like Guangzhou or in a big city like Beijing or Shanghai, it might be hard for you to find a shop to go to. It's just difficult. Like even me, my dreads have not been retwisted since I've been in China. And I've been here since September 25th, you guys. It is January 2nd. And my hair has not been retwisted. Chris can retwist, but she's never done it before, so I just haven't let her do it yet. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. I don't feel like it. I don't want to go do it. But eventually, I will get it done. But you might not be lucky to have someone that can do whatever hairstyle that you need them to do. If you're a male, I recommend you bring your own clippers and clip that thing yourself. Maybe you should practice now, watching some videos on YouTube or whatever. I actually cut Chris' hair. She has an undercut in the back. And before we left Atlanta, we got some clippers, and I watched some videos and I practiced, doing it so that I could still do it when I was here. But we ended up leaving the clippers in Atlanta. So my mom has them right now with all of our stuff, all of my stuff. And so yeah, it was kind of pointless, but I did do that, so it's not that hard. I've never cut hair before in my life, and I still was able to give her a pretty decent cut for her undercut in the back. So just get you some clippers and get to work and start practicing. They have plenty of do-it-yourself at home, cut your own hair YouTube videos, so it's not going to be that difficult. But I would recommend, if you're a guy, to get some clippers. If you're in some place like Shenzhen, there is no black barbershop. You're not going to find a black barbershop here. They're just not. You might find a buddy with some clippers and you go to his house, but you're not going to find a place that's for black people to get your hair done. Even if you're a woman, you have to go to a Chinese person. If you're not in like Guangzhou, which has the highest African population, or you're in a bigger city where a black person has decided to open up a shop, and most of them don't have shops, so you probably could find someone where you could go to their house or whatever the case may be. But like here in Shenzhen, I haven't heard of any black beauticians like with a shop. Most of the women who post a picture or whatever, they go to a Chinese person who just did a good job and they were able to explain what they wanted. So it can be quite difficult. So maybe you should, like I said, start watching some videos now. Even if you're a female, start watching some videos now to see what are some things you can do yourself at home. I know some people who live in like Nanjing or live in different cities, and they'll travel all the way to Guangzhou, which of course costs money. They'll fly or they'll take the train, and then they might have to stay in a hotel at night just to get their hair done, because Guangzhou again has the highest African population. So they have a place called African Market where you could get basically the same thing you could get at home. So like kiki twists and weave braids and micro braids and your dreads retwisted, whatever you want. But who has time to go there all the time if you don't live in that area? Like I live in the same province with Guangzhou. It's like maybe 2 hours away from me, and I haven't even been there yet. So it's just learn how to do it yourself, or add WeChat, add me. I add you to some groups, and you guys can ask some people in there like, oh, I'm going to this city, do you guys recommend someone to do my hair? I see that a lot in the groups, and they might send you a contact card of someone who is at home. They have a lot of college students here who have come from the States or who have come from Europe, and they know how to do hair. So that's big here. A lot of foreigners come here to go to school because they can go for free. I've actually looked into a master's program for psychology because it's free, but I don't know, it's like 3-year program, and I just don't know if I can stay in China for 3 years. I don't think I am, so I haven't even applied, but I thought about it. So that's something else that you guys can keep in mind if you want to. I know a lot of people who come here to teach, and after a year or two, they end up in MBA school or some type of grad program, and they're going for free housing, free tuition. Some of them even come with a stipend that they give you just for spending money. So that's something you guys could look into. But it's Unique Travels TV, and if you are a person with black hair, just learn how to do it yourself. Watch some videos, and I would say practice now before you come, so that you can be, at least a little experience when you get here. I heard that you'll have students or Chinese people come up to you and ask you, do you wash your hair? Or how do you wash your hair? Someone commented on one of my videos and said, has someone asked me that? And I was like, no. Then when I went to the New Year's Eve party, Nicole, who was in the video, she said that her students asked her that. And I was like, wow, really? She's like, they probably asked you too, but they speak it in Chinese, and because you don't know Chinese, you don't understand. I'm like, yeah, because no one has asked me that. And she's like, they probably have. So I don't know what that's about. That's freaking weird. But yeah, I don't know. But it's Unique Travels TV. Like, subscribe, share.